Yeah. Yeah, I just thought the level of intensity by our guys um, was obviously at a high level, and it had to be because Randall demands that kind of attention. Kemba demands that kind of attention, and Fournier can get it going. Um, we just felt like the force and energy and effort coupled with the scheme can help us. And even when it broke down, you just saw a lot of orange jerseys flying around the defensive side of the ball. That helped us get out in transition tonight. And Jay's ability he got into foul trouble, but he was just in Randall's shirt a lot, touching him. And then Cam Johnson came in and did the same. And we just respect, his ability to score and pass out of double teams. So we had to have a great team effort as it relates to guarding him. They hit some shots early to start, and then after that, after about the first 5 or 6 minutes, I thought we got connected defensively, and it helped us on offense for sure. I mean, we had a number of those tonight where we either got a deflection or we got a rebound. And you saw Cam Johnson getting out for a lob. Mikal's always on that left wing or A wing, getting a hit-ahead pass, but it typically happens off of a turnover or a stop because somebody made a play on the other end. Our guards did a really good job of pursuing. We got a couple fouls, but I didn't mind that because we were trying to force the ball to the big and keep them off the three-point line. Quickly is a handful. He's so doggone fast, but he can stop on a dime and shoot. I thought our guys did a decent job of pursuing him. He hit some shots, but I thought those were tough shots against our team defense. I mean, he's a good player. A lot of guys say they want to play on this stage. He really does. And, but I don't think there's many stages Book doesn't want to play on. he likes to kill. That's who he is. And, when he has it going like that, it's typically out of what we do. It's not forced. And I think that helps us because his shots are in rhythm. But then when he does go in isolation situations, guys are getting better at spacing off of that. He probably doesn't get enough credit for the passes that he does make off of those situations. I thought he had a really good night as far as punishing the help. When they showed a body, he was kicking it to Cam Johnson and Landry on the backside, and we got a few threes off of that environment. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be a lot harder if we didn't have veteran players. Sometimes you could, and we're not perfect by any stretch, but there are times where we double and the rotation isn't perfect, but we communicate out of it. And a lot of times young guys don't know what to say on the backside. Usually on the backside, we have guys who've been in the league like Chris and Book and Mikal. But it'd be even harder if you didn't have guys like Jay who take those matchups every night on Randall. But I think we're comfortable doing it because we've drilled it, and our guys have, we have guys who've been in programs that have run that type of defense. Well, I think the guys want to make the right plays on both ends. When you say right plays, you always think offense, but I think our guys want to do it on both ends. But I also feel like they understand the accountability within the locker room is at a high level. Last year, somebody might say something to someone and they may take it personally. This year, we don't have a lot of that at all because they want to do well on the defensive side of the ball. And historically, you can't win big if you're not a top 10 defense. And we've stressed that to our guys. Like, in order to be the team that we want to be, we got to be top 10 in both categories. And sometimes it's hard to control the offense. And we've not been as consistent offensively, but defensively, we've been a bit more consistent, especially the last couple of weeks for sure.
Sort of a marker of where you guys are at, despite the success you guys had. You look at it that way, or is it just 2 games?
I think you look at it both ways. You know it's a long season. You understand that every NBA team can give you trouble. But these, for me, I can't look to Golden State. I'm thinking about tomorrow. But I'm sure the guys do that, and you naturally do it, and then you focus on the next right thing that you have to do. But every NBA team, there's so much parity in the league right now. You can't walk into a game and say, I got this. You're going to get clipped. And so we've talked to our guys about that. And yet there are teams that have marquee players on their roster, and I'm sure our guys look at that. But for us, we're just focused on the next right thing.
Yeah, we just wanted to get it going. It's no secret that, we have a streak going, and, we're going to get every team's best shot. The whole NBA knows about that. So, we just try to set the tone early, come out and play team basketball. We've been ready since this morning, very well prepared. And, we did our job tonight. We're very well prepared for most games. Coach Monty does a great job. This guy right here, making sure everybody is, on their P's and Q's for sure. We do one at a time. We know we have a tough opponent tomorrow. That's been waiting on us, well rested. So, we should have to come in with the same mentality, play the type of basketball that we do, defend at a high level, and, put ourselves in good shape to get it done.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. One thing that travels is defense, and I think that's where we try to be consistent. It's one of the biggest things we learned last season is, you may make shots some nights, but I think we hold each other accountable, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, when a guy not where he's supposed to be, we let each other know, 1 through 15, everybody on the team. So it's nice to have that.
Saying that last year when you guys would do that, guys would get not upset, but they would take it a certain way. But he feels like that hasn't been home this year.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think that's just a part of getting to know each other. We've always received communication well, because it's usually, if everybody's on the same page and one person is what we call tripping, then it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? And usually give them a day or so, and they come back and they're good.
That's the analogy Coach used.
What'd he say? Oh,
Look like
a thumb at a
look like a pinky at a thumb convention.
a thumb at a middle finger convention.
Yeah, so yeah. If you ain't doing the right stuff, you're gonna stick out.
Devin, I know tonight wasn't a on the stretch, but you guys have been awesome. What has it been about those situations? Obviously you guys have seen those situations last year too, but is there anything about that that you're
Just experience. I think last year, our playoff run, we learned a lot about each other. We learned about our team, and, just finding ways to win. That's what we always talk about. Every game is going to be like this one where, you're going to have a comfortable lead at the end. But, if you find ways to execute down the stretch and defend at a high level, during our, 15 games now, there's been a few games we've been down in the fourth quarter. We just stayed composed, never panicked, and, just found a way to get it done.
Is that mentality part of why you have lost?
That mentality, Yeah, I mean, it's chemistry. It's a little bit of everything, man. It's team basketball. It's fun to be a part of.
Sure, John.
When you started this season, knowing the success that you guys had last year, were you afraid at all that there would be, I don't know, some complacency or some sort of mentality that you could flip the switch when you needed to and stay focused early?
Nah, not at all. Just because it ain't just our team, it's our staff. You know what I mean? The way we prepare every day. We don't get too high, don't get too low. You know, coach always talks about not getting happy on the farm. You know what I mean? So we prepare the same way. We prepare, win or lose, the same way. And it's like that every day with preparation. So I wasn't worried about it. Just early in the season, I was just hoping we got into shape. You know, because the way we want to play, you got to be in tip-top shape. So we're getting there.
I was just going to ask, you guys been around for a long time. How do you look at games like tomorrow? Is it something different than normal, or is it just want to be easier?
No, it's tomorrow is another game. You know what I mean? Especially for us, we was here last year on a back-to-back with these two teams, Brooklyn on the front end. We're just coming out and competing. You know, when you've been in the league a long time, this ain't a playoff game tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's good for us to go out there, compete, and you know, probably gonna see different coverages and all that. And we're just trying to build. It's not about winning a game in November.
Talk about your winning streak. That growing.
It's there. It ain't growing. It ain't going nowhere either. You know, this team right here, obviously we play every game to win, but if we don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. Everyone's going to continue to support each other. Like I said, it's just a great locker room. We have a we score mentality. You see our bench, you know what I mean? When a guy makes a shot or makes a play, everybody's happy for each other. It's not a guy who's on the bench like hating on the low. You know, it's really, like I keep saying, a great team to be in.
It seemed afraid to bring to the ball tonight, say, with Randall especially, and maybe because you knew that you could handle the rotation on the back end. How did that come about, or what's the key to being able to rotate at a level?
It's trust, man. And one thing about it, we talked about it before the game. You know, coach asked us what we wanted to do. You know, so that's trust. We talked about it and we said, let's do this. And Jay had the matchup and he was like, okay, cool. You know, so that's the fun thing about being on a team where it's not about one person. It's not about an individual. You know, it's about the team.